how many players from each different country can get into that top 8. Getting into the top 8 is such a difficult task, but everyone here definitely is going to be that first step if you want to at least try to win the tournament, right?
Yeah, I mean, what you talked about with international players makes so much sense. I mean, it feels like a religious pilgrimage just to this event. Everybody comes from around the world. Like right here, we have Ascro coming on from the UK, I believe, on the other side versus Sparkle. Not too far away in Oregon, but, you know, still, that's a bit of a trek for anyone to cross state lines, come to a Smash tournament like this. And I think both these players are going to want to show up, show out, and have have this be their big run. A lot of people want Genesis to be their run of the season.
And if there's any tournament you could pick to have an amazing run at as any player, I think everyone's, Genesis is going to be at the top of that list here. So we got Ness versus Hero. So Ascro going to be on the Hero. It's going to be
Sparkle on the Hero. Ascro on the Ness.
Oh, Sparkle on the Hero. Got it.
Yeah.
Ascro on the Ness here. Ness, a character that has a ton of potential, has a really high ceiling. You have these, all this crazy magnet tech, obviously, with the set knockback, so it doesn't matter what % you're at. The magnet will always send you a set distance. So we're definitely going to see Ascro take as much advantage of that, either for KO confirms, and I mean you're NorCal, you know all the Ness tech,
I know all the Ness stuff for sure. We got Nessboy 12 here,
exactly,
baby.
Yeah. One of the most shouts to Nessboy, one of the most technical Nesses to do it out there. So yeah, we'll see what kind of tech we got here. And of course, Hero, a character, in my opinion, that has been scaling up in today's meta, in the 2025 meta. I think Hero has a lot of check marks that you want to have versus Fighter Pass 2 and just the stronger characters in the game.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a character that I think stocks have risen a lot in the recent times, but also Ness had that sort of fluctuation. Started off the game really hot, then dropped down for a while, but now with all these magnet crazy confirms, he's been back up. But Hero, a very tough matchup for him. Let's see how he gets through that sword.
Yeah, going to have that sword. I mean, there are better sword moves / characters in the game when you just think about the sword, but Hero's got way more than just the sword. Has the most amount of moves in the game with the menu. So you're going to have a lot of different options, especially one of the few characters that actually can sit back and buff up, which is such a cool thing because in JRPGs, which is what Hero's from, that is what you do in a lot of those games. So really huge tribute to that genre, and the forward air is going to do it. You see with that Accelerado, going to have so much mobility. Started at the center of the stage and was able to reach so far out and hit that fair.
Yeah, it's a wild thing to deal with a character who has that stubby little reach like Ness. He only has the tiny hitboxes, and when Hero can weave in and out and throw out a disjoint while doing so, it is just a death sentence. And we saw the start of that stock really work out in favor of Hero, just getting all that accelerate damage, and then at the end, obviously, got another one, cleaned it up, and now Ness in trouble on the second stock.
Yeah, and this lead is going to keep going and going here. And the thing about Hero as well, when the character first came out, it's not enough. I thought the dare on the platform would have been it.
Yeah, but yeah, when the game first came out, a lot of people, they were like, oh, he's got all this crazy stuff. And then they're like, well, it's really hard to make use of it. But, I mean, Ness with a simple drag down fair. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Tail as old as time. Ness back throw. You already know when Ness is shielding at the corner, they're fiending for one specific option here.
They want one thing, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, absolutely. They're trying to get the stock at 80% or lower. But yeah, and like you were bringing up earlier, Hero, when Hero first came out, a lot of people were looking at all the offensive spells, all the spells that did damage and stuff. But at the end of the day, the strongest part about Hero's toolkit when it comes to the menu is all the utility moves. So, trying to get a little footstool on the platform there, not going to work out. And just like that, the up tilt will take it.
Yeah, you talk about utility. Hero, one of the only characters in the game who can heal. And he's fighting one of the only other characters in the game who can heal, Ness. It's a little bit of a funny interaction there.
Yeah, I mean, and to be fair, try to get the confirm almost. I love that single hit up air, trying to go into the yo-yo. Not going to connect, but, side B does connect, but no follow-up here.
Yeah, and these up Bs out of shield have been kind of getting punished now. Sparkle uses them to go to the platforms a lot, really likes those platforms that are at the right height. Huge heal, but already getting fared a couple times. Great air-to-air from Ness. Now trying to fight in the corner and goes for the PK Fire. Huge attempted punish, gets bit back by that yo-yo second try. And now we're sitting on our last stock with a bouncing back that PK Fire. Nothing doing here.
Yeah, I wonder if the crit actually would have got the shield break there. If the crit connected on the forward smash, that would have for sure been the stock. If you don't know, Hero, it's about, I think it's like 1 out of 8 or something like that for the crit on the smash attacks, which do a ton more damage and knockback here.
not getting that full confirm that he was looking for, a little bit too high on the nair, but
Ooh,
now big moves and does not know the tech.
Way.
No, if he died there, that'd be crazy. And does get the salvation of the zoom. He went for the, it was the perfect position if he went for the up. You were right, man. You should have been up there.
No, sure. I'm not that good. Of course, these players, to get into even round 2 here at Genesis, a very difficult thing. No, wait a minute.
What?
I thought Sparkle was actually trying to get the tail end. So a way you can edge guard Ness in pretty much every single game is you can actually get hit on purpose by the PK Thunder, because obviously Ness is trying to hit himself with the PKT2. And I thought we were going to see that there, but man, just a little bit off the mark.
Yeah, it's really awkward in that spot because there's the 2 hitboxes. There's the front of the PK
tail.
Thunder and the tail. Sparkle got hit by the tail, thought he got hit by the head, and went to tech, air dodge through, and Ness just was able to do the bounce, get the re-trigger on the Thunder, and survive to fight another day. But we are in best of 5 territory, so even though Sparkle fall in there, he does get another chance on the same stage. No changes here. What do you think about that, Charles?
I mean, to be fair, Sparkle definitely should have won that last game. In terms, like,
Yeah.
if we're just thinking on who had the lead, and I just feel like Sparkle made a couple of key decisions and was not able to close it out. And I mean, really good stuff to Ascro to be able to see those mistakes and capitalize, right? Again, we are human. You're not good. No one's going to play perfect, and it's all about how well you can play and how well you can capitalize off of your opponent's mistakes. Yeah. Oh my goodness, dang! I was expecting a charge up smash.
Yeah, exactly. We both got that Ness brain going on right now.
Well, I mean, you just cover a lot of area too, but the bat would have definitely sent the message. There's the up smash out of shield, and I think Sparkle may be getting a little frustrated and a little antsy because of that first game. You gotta stay calm here. Dang, you tried to bring down the Thunder?
Man, that uses up so much MP
like
too.
40 or 50.
Yeah, it's an insane amount. But one of the things about Sparkle is I feel like he's really good when he's in an advantage state, but once he's behind, he has to like fish for something more important, especially with Hero. You know, you have to go for instance, those big powered up tilts to find the stock a little bit earlier. But like one of the best characters in the game, I feel like, at coming back because of that ability to have like tools that are just completely unforeseeable.
Oh yeah, and I mean just a very difficult character to play because you have to read very quick. When you bring up the menu, it's all about how fast you and your opponent can read that menu and see the options that are available, right?
Dude, I've seen Sparkle practicing flashcards for the moves in Japanese before.
Oh,
it's just like, yes, you got to do it. You got to be practicing. Yeah. You got to know.
Oh yeah, and then there's the whole multi-language thing. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah, you go to another country. Already going to another country for a Smash tournament's tough, but going there for another country when you play Hero, oh man.
Yeah. I mean, just the flight and hotel is hard enough to get. Jeez, man.
I got to learn a whole other language. I got to read 20 more things. Oh, but now it's a little bit dangerous for Sparkle, who is getting pushed into the corner once again. But not early. I like that that like aerial approach up B. Not something you're going to expect.
Yeah, and the main thing is right before you hit the ground, a lot of players don't expect any attacks just because if you have aerials, they have startup, obviously. But if you have a special move, you can start it up in the air and be like almost close to landing and then letting it rip, or land on the ground and let it rip so you can kind of compensate that startup. It's a very niche area to throw out some of these special moves right before you land. See if Sparkle can capitalize here. 129%, not going to be able to get the ledge trap here.
Went for the forward tilt. I was kind of expecting the grab there, but I guess maybe the up throw wasn't quite enough to kill with the psych up. Still hard to say, but a heal puts him back into a reasonable position. Only 60% on it, but you have to see, based on how Ascro has been playing, Ascro has been really racking up percent efficiently. Very few interactions to take these stocks, and that's super important against a character that outranges you like Hero.
Yeah, something I would like to see from Sparkle more, just some of these safer options that can go ahead and get damage or get the KO. That's the reason why Ness can be weak, right? Just the lack of range. You have the sword, and if Ness starts camping you back, you can go ahead and get those buffs up, but Ascro is keeping up the pressure right now. The back air to call out the jump, the offense from Ascro, so clean right now.
Yeah, Ascro looked amazing that game. Just efficient interactions, gets the stock cleanly, not having to worry about going for any, like, you know, long fighting you off the corner of the stage, getting a fair to kill you eventually. It was like, all right, I'm killing you with strong back air, I'm killing you with up smash. It's just the kills, they're coming a lot earlier for Ascro, and that's dangerous for Sparkle.
Yeah, and I to me, it feels like if Sparkle can find a way to slow it down, I think Ascro playing incredibly well in terms of lining up the offense, knowing exactly when and where to apply this pressure. Oh man, this is going to be a huge opening. Yeah, the combo. Ooh, tries to go into I love the menu reset. The menu reset, very nice. Very high risk, high reward there. Get a really big spell.
The menu reset on the platform is always crazy because sometimes you just kill them and other times just like it does nothing, right? It's such a huge, I wouldn't say it's necessarily like a gamble because you're not putting yourself at disadvantage.
You can just shield. Yeah,
but
you have defense to always fall back to if you don't feel safe or getting a little hasty there.
Yeah, but it's just like a very high variance play, and that's something like that right there. Like that's something that if he had gone Hatchet Man right there, I mean that breaks the shield. You're just for free getting through that.
Okay, off stage. Let's see if we fish for the zoom, the bang. Oh no, I saw Zoom go in for the crackle slash.
Oh, the misread.
Yeah, Sparkle kind of dropping that one. I could be mistaken, but I think I saw Zoom on the menu
I thought I did too. I'm looking at a rather small camera right now. Though,
let us know, chat. Let us know.
Oh, in a double fair off stage. Now, once again, using that up B, Ness not fast enough to chase across the stage. Somehow, though, Sparkle has to find a way back into this. Wants to take it. I mean, this is a huge deal for Sparkle. I mean, Sparkle's so much focused on this competitive drive. Really wants to make this happen. Okay, gets that side B. That's another tool that's super good against Ness because it cannot be absorbed by the down B. Even it's weird because it's like, oh, it looks electric-y, but it's literally just a sword.
Yeah. Very strong move. I mean, and I think that's one of the better hero spells. One, you don't have to fish for it. It's a very consistent factor, and it doesn't use too much of that MP, right? If you fully charge it, it uses a lot, and you get the armor.
You call down the Thundercats.
Yeah. You're trying to Falcon Punch someone. Oh, and wow, we made it. Good stuff.
And honestly, I think that was just a clean mistake by Ascro because he could have sat there and done the yo-yo down smash. That specific angle, it's completely free. Like, there's nothing Hero can do to get past it. So
yeah, that's why I thought the stock was just gone. But hey, Sparkle gonna get themselves back onto the stage here. There is the zoom, getting safely back, swinging down that nair as well.
Oh, and another side B puts in good position.
Okay.
Ness jump to use, has to go for, oh yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens sometimes. You just a little bit too aggressive off stage. What do you think he was going for the absorb or just like go for a nair to knock him out of it?
I feel like Sparkle felt like, hey, I have made these mistakes. I need to make a play to bring it back. But I think Sparkle can rely on other things to win this set. So I mean, it is unfortunate, but at the end of the day, we always talk about the tournament nerves, like how players feel in these situations. And, sometimes when you feel like you have to make a play and you go for it and you mess up, it is what it is, right?
There it is, the yo-yo. Good STI from Sparkle. Gets out of that one position, but now just setting back with the psych up tilt does whiff, but that means the psych up is still on deck. Tried to go for another one. Yeah, Sparkle's been fishing for that every single game. This is the first one I think I've seen connect. He has a lot of room to make up. Luckily, the Accelerate actually is helping him get back to stage. Up smash not covering that direction, and Accelerate potential.
Oh my goodness. If that nair connected, that could have been it. The frame trap doesn't work. Oh, that jab was really good, but I think just pressing the second hit of jab 2 a little too late, so the shield came out. The up smash out of shield, and honestly, a 3-0, but a very close 3-0.
Let me put that asterisk on the bracket real quick,
It just...
you got to give it to them.
It's unfortunate because I feel... Man, I just feel like Sparkle was so close in so many situations,
Every single game, it was just like, we're last hit, and Sparkle just made this one tiny mistake, and you made
some of the mistakes were really not so tiny. I mean, I would say there was like 2, right?
Yeah.